This playthrough is rated T for teen.
What lurks beyond the last window? Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with a new game from our library, and this time it's Last Window, The Secret of Cape West. This is a sequel to Hotel Dusk 215. For those my American brethren, we didn't actually get this game, unfortunately. If you wanted to play this game, you had to import it from Europe, because Europe got the English version of it, but we didn't. But anyway, this game came out in 2010, developed by Cing, who did the previous game as well. They did a lot of point and click type adventure games similar to this, and yeah, this is like I said, my American friends, we didn't know about the sequel. We just thought it was kind of a one and done. But yeah, it's time to find out what the journeys of Kyle Hyde lead to us next. Let's find out. This is a work of fiction. The characters and groups events portrayed within are no way intended to resemble real people. The name's Kyle Hyde. I'm a salesman for a 2-bit company called Red Crown. Quit my detective job in Manhattan. Got out of the city a good 4 years ago. On the surface, Red Crown makes deliveries, household stuff, nothing exciting. Behind the scenes, the boss has a racket going to find certain things. Things that don't want to be found, if you know what I mean. That's where I come in. I travel places and look for things. It ain't all dazzling lights. I'm not gonna hang it up just yet. Then again, December 18th, 1980. That's the day Ed finally grew a pair and sent me on my way. So I dragged my sorry ass to the dump I'm used to calling home. Reminds me of Resident Evil. Hello to Hotel Cape West. Chapter 1, December 18th, 1980. Huh. Hey, is that... Well, the guy's got a unique portrait and is just standing around. Perhaps it's someone we can talk to. Alright, so in the last game, you can use the stylus if you're playing the DS through the stylus. Unfortunately, I don't... I have a copy of this game, but the way to do it, recording it from the device itself, is kind of obnoxious to do, so I'm using through alternate methods to record it. So it's not through the same physical media that I normally do most of my games, kind of like when I did the last one as well. So you'll have to forgive me for that. But yeah, you use the mouse to click around. You can enter objects with the door here, talk to people with the speak icon. You can examine things with the microphone. You can look through your items in the bag, and you can make notes in your inventory with the notebook. You can also save too if you want to. If there's anything to interact with, the microphone will flash and you can click around just to see. So yeah, this tells us to look around so you can look at things from different locations. There are a load of cardboard boxes piled up next to the wall. They look pretty full. Is it just me, or has there been more junk delivered to the lobby lately? Maybe something's going on. Maybe, my friend, maybe. Two old but sturdily built chairs. Wonder how long since someone's actually sat in one. Doesn't seem to have a bulb in place, but I'm sure it worked if it did. Nothing but an aging wooden bookshelf. I can see some graffiti on the back of the shelves. Classy. Oh wait, no, I already did those before. Yeah, sorry, I try to pop in original dialogue. A large wooden cabinet complete with doors and drawers, empty ones. Hard ones. Oh wait, that's something else. I can see the street through the window, but there's not exactly much to look at. This light shade has seen better days. Doubt the holes are part of the design. Let's see, I think that might be it for interactions. Okay. And if you want to back out, you just press the loot setting there. Most of the stuff you don't actually have to explore to get the plot. I'm just doing it just to give you an idea of what's going on. There's a notice on the vending machine. Special promotion. Buy something from the machine and be sure to check the reverse of the bottle cap. Winners will receive fabulous prizes. More information, please contact the landlady or the proprietor of Lucky's Cafe. Good luck. Make your 25 cents count. Fabulous prizes, huh? Maybe I should buy some juice. Yeah, we could do that. A photo of a city skyline is hanging on the wall. Oh yeah, I guess I could actually show it off. There's a sofa in the corner of the lobby. It looks like a victim of too many behinds. There's a vending machine in the lobby. Unfortunately, I don't have any change right now. Yeah, Hyde is definitely not a man to have a lot of free money lying around, if you know what I mean. There's the elevator. We don't want to go through that way yet, obviously. I'll examine the areas when I first get to them, but in the future, I won't double check stuff unless it's a new area, then I'll check the whole area for new dialogue and stuff like that. There's a painting of a lake hanging on the wall. There's a small caption underneath it. Can't quite read it. Lake Juet? Must be the name of the lake. I think that's the only... This light's old, but it looks like it's been dusted at least. Yeah. Maybe if we could clean it up, it could be a piece of crap. That light, it does its job. Well, better. Margaret, huh? I wonder who that is. Well, let's talk to the obvious. Well, let's see. I have to check that eventually later, so I'll do that in a moment. Let's just not talk to him, shall we? Huh? Well, hey there, Hyde. What? What? Is that all you can say? You saw me here and just planned on walking right now? That's cold, man. Can't believe I let myself get held up by this guy. There's different dialogue if you just straight up talk to him, but... So, long time no see. Long time? You serious? It's been, what, 3 days since we last bumped into each other? Trust me, seeing you once every 3 days is plenty. Come on, man, you're killing me here. You're killing me, Smalls. Don't be so cold. Well, main character or at least important NPC stats, Tony. Guy's name is Tony Wolf. A musician, lives across the hall. Not exactly a platinum seller, though. Schedule full of free time and broke to boot. Living the big, free and easy. Oh, by the way, for spelling, since this is the European version, it's gonna be British versions for those who will be weird if some certain English will be a little bit off. Yeah, it's British English. Anyway, sorry. Just passed a dame in sunglasses on the way in. She a friend of yours? Oh, that classy lady in the big hat? Nope, no friend of mine. Doesn't live here either. Come to visit someone, I guess. At least I don't think she lives here anyway. Helpful, Tony. Real helpful. Aw, come on, man. You fell in love with her or something? No, just curious. Yeah, sure. Give that brain cell of yours a rest, why don't you? Speaking of rest, I got somewhere to be. So you taking off already? Not exactly the chatty type, are you? No chit-chat for your old pal Tony? Guy thinks we're joined at the hip or something? Have you always been like this, Tony? What do you mean? Man, I thought we were the best of buds. We've been tight since you invited me for dinner that time. Invited? The way I recall it, you barged your way into my room and tried to chow down on my takeout dinner. Is that how it looked? Eating another man's food ain't the best way to make friends, you know. Yeah, that's right. You're right to get you punched. Didn't realize you'd taken it so hard. I mean, who decides what's cool and what isn't between friends? I describe you as many things, Tony, but a friend ain't one of them. We're just, acquaintances. And that's so. I didn't have you pegged as such a cold hombre. I'm cold, all right, especially when dealing with the likes of you. Now that's harsh, even for you. I'm not a robot, man. I have feelings, you know. What are you gonna do, Tony? Take a swing at me? Like you did last Friday? It's all coming out now, huh? I told you I'd have drank and it messed with my judgment. A drink? I'd say you're pretty much just drained the bar's reserves. You were drunk and on a mission, Tony. You had some funny ideas about spray painting your apartment. And when I stepped in to stop you, you saw red and went for me. You sure that's what happened? Besides, I thought we put that little incident behind us. On my count, that makes 3 times now. You just lose it when you're drunk, Tony. And the worst part is, I always seem to get pulled into the mayhem. All right, I get it. I swear I'll never cause you any strife again. Cross my heart, man. Yeah, and the rest. I've got a funny feeling of deja vu right about now. Ain't no fortune teller, but I predict I'll be hearing it next month, too. Are you for real? Next month? Yeah, that's rich. You know damn well there won't be any more of our little chats next month. Wait, what do you mean, Tony? All we got left, meaning? Are you kidding me? After we got that letter, I really didn't have a choice. That letter? Uh-oh. Yeah, like in the previous game, if you have unique dialogue, it'll pop up as a question, and you can ask the individual. Depending on the situation, you can ask them it later. But in this case, we have to go through it, so what letter? What letter are you talking about? Man, I'm talking about the letter Mags Patrice sent out. It was all made plain and simple there. Which letter would that be? Tell me you got that letter. We all got them about a week ago. Everyone in the building got one. First I've heard of it. You serious? You haven't read the letter? And you call me irresponsible? What a joke. Can it, Tony? What are you talking about? Do you even check your mailbox? Ever? Why am I even asking? Last time I snuck a peek, yours was packed solid. Let's just say I'm not the kind of guy who has pen pals. Bills and other junk, they don't deserve my time. Sloppy, real sloppy. You're lucky to hold down a job with an attitude like that. That's supposed to be a joke? What's my job got to do with this? Let's get back on track. What exactly did this letter say? It told us all to gather our stuff and clear out. Just like that? No reason? Nothing? Apparently our lovely landlady threw in the towel and decided to sell up. Place is gonna get knocked down is what I heard. What a day. First Ed drops the bombshell, then I hear this place is being sold. Hi guys. There's a voice coming from the stairs. Looks like someone's coming down. Hey. Yeah, she's a cutie. Hi Tony. Betty, how you doing? You're looking your usual fine self. Always the gentleman. Hello, Mr. Hyde. Is everything okay? Betty, so another NPC. Her name is Betty Mayer. Rent room 203 and sells trinkets in a little accessory shop nearby. Always polite to everyone. Can't say I'm her biggest fan, though. So what are you guys talking about? Get this. Senior Hyde here didn't know about the big eviction. Really? I thought everyone knew. Except me, apparently. Tony was just filling me in. Hyde being less informed than me. You couldn't make this stuff up. Claims he never even saw the letter. Would have just gone about his normal routine if I hadn't broken the news. No way. How could you not know? That's pretty funny. Yeah, that's right. Laugh it up. Oh, I'm sorry, but you have to admit it's pretty ironic. Wow, I don't even think you get what ironic means, lady. Now I think about it, it kind of fits nicely with your personality. My personality? Type B, Mr. Hyde. You always act so focused. Then again, I guess we all have our quirks. Enough of the character profiling, Doc. You always act like we're sharing a college dorm or something. But the truth is, we barely know each other around here. Hey, Betty, you got a place lined up for you after you move out? What do you mean? You know, like somewhere to stay. Oh, yeah, I'm all set. Lease is signed and sealed. In fact, I'll be out here next week. Wasting no time, eh? So where you gonna be living from now on? Why you keep it all to yourself? We're buddies, aren't we? Now, Tony. If I go giving away my new digs, I have a funny feeling I'm gonna find you lurking around the shadows. Me lurking? Don't take it personally, but this is one thing I'll keep from our real friends. Okay, I get it, Betty. But hey, our friendship's just blooming. If we work at it, it could become a thing of beauty. What do you say? We could even chat over a latte, catch up on old times, you know, all that stuff. Dream on, Tony. Anyway, I've got a dash. Don't want to be late for my date. Catch you guys later. Damn, looks like I blew my chances. You think? She's got no idea of the heartache she causes. It just casts me aside like I'm not even there. Face it, Tony, you don't exactly exude charisma. Yeah, thanks for that, friend. Way to kick a man when he's down. Sometimes I wonder when I'm gonna get myself out of this rut. Can't even drown my sorrows in a bottle without any cash. I don't know, maybe I'll go for a stroll, take in the night air. Later, man. What a lovely guy. Well, let's check that mail, I guess. Huh? A door in the lobby opens, and out comes a person. Hello. Oh, hello, Mr. Hyde. May I have a word? Miss Patrice? Ah, she must be the landlady. Her name's Margaret Patrice, owner of Cape West's apartments and lives here on the first floor. Took over when this place was a rundown hotel and fixed it up into apartments. To the locals, she's known as Mags. I could have sworn I heard Mr. Wolf's voice a moment ago. He was here, you just missed him. He was ranting about needing some fresh air. Oh, is that so? Oh, what's a shame? Now we could ignore, sometimes depending on the situation, you could ignore certain dialogue or examine. Depending, you kind of have to read the room, because if you press people on certain objects, you'll hit them with a red shadow over them, which will not endear them to you, so you can miss out on certain clues or information if a person's got that, which means they're basically pissed off at you. Let's examine them. Hey. Well, I mean, what do you mean? Or what's a shame? What's a shame? It's not like he's busy 24/7, is he? Always skulking around? Not as much as you seem to think. In fact, Mr. Wolf's being quite elusive these days. I really do need to discuss a pressing matter with him right away. Well, let's ask her. What could be so pressing? What is it that's so pressing? Do you need to ask Tony something? Yes, I do. It's a fairly important thing, too. Important? It's about his rent. Of course. Let me guess, he's come up short? Quite. This month's marked the 4th in a row he hasn't sell his bill. I was gonna ask him to clear his slate today. Typical Tony, squirming your way out of another financial situation. Looks like you've got a problem there. Yes, I'd hope you'd be a little bit more forthcoming. After all, the rest of the tenants are such nice people. It's just Mr. Wolf. Really, I suppose there's always one, though. Trouble does tend to follow him around. Actually, while I have you here, Mr. Hyde, there's a small matter of your rent, too. Yeah, about that. I'll expect 400 in total from you, Mr. Hyde. If you can make sure it reaches by the weekend, that'd be perfect. Got it, by the weekend. There is one other tiny matter, Mr. Hyde. Another one? Yes, concerning your mailbox. I know you're a busy man, but if you could spare a couple minutes and remove some of the clutter, it'd be most appreciated. I always check when I pass, and room 202's mailbox is practically overflowing. Roger that, I'll take a look. Much obliged, Mr. Hyde. Well, I think that's my cue to go. Before you go, mind I ask you something? What is it? Why did you decide to sell this place all of a sudden? I had a feeling you would ask. Originally, I had no intention of getting this place up, but, you know, sometimes unexpected things happen, and, well, it's complicated. Complicated means that they just don't want to explain it to me right now. Complicated in what way? How's the situation complicated? Were you against selling the apartments? It is quite complicated. I'd rather not discuss it. Why not? I don't think that's any of your concern, Mr. Hyde. I'd be grateful if you could refrain from asking me again. So you could inquire, but that'll make her a little bit angry at you. So we're gonna hold off for now. What could have happened? I guess I better bite my tongue and let it slide for now. It's not easy for a widow like me to take care of a place like this, you know. I can trust you to understand that, can't I? Yeah. Truth be told, my dad died and left my mom a widow too. I'm sorry to hear that. So your situation's not exactly alien to me. It's nice to know there are some people, understanding people out there. I noticed there's a lot of demolition around these parts lately. Your predicament wouldn't be anything to do with that, would it? Well, I can't say they haven't been hassling me a little, but that's not the main reason. So what reason do you mean? So you're saying there is a cast iron reason behind this? I'm not going to comment on that. And I don't think you should be prying either. Please don't pay it any mind. Right. I'm sorry things have turned out this way, Mr. Hyde. I really am. I think it's time for me to be on my way, too. Mags heads back into her room. 400 by the weekend. That's a tall order. Better make a note of that in my notebook. It's just you don't have to, but it's just an idea to remind you that if you want to make notes, you just go to your notebook here. You can check like characters, save, load, notes. You can look at the map. You can look at a summary of things and your options. So you can go to notes and then you can just draw something. This is pencil, this is eraser, and you can change some slight details. But for the most part, so you can do $400. I mean, I don't need to write this, but yeah, I'm doing this with a mouse, so, you know, not very effective, but anyway, 400 at the end of the week, so we gotta find a way to get our money back, or get money back, get more money, so. All right, let's check our mail like she asked us to do, so. All right. Can't check the plant. There's a sad-looking pot plant in the corner of the lobby. I don't think anyone's wired in a while. It's the mailboxes for the 4th floor. They're just sitting there, all neglected. The mail slots are covered up with tape. Yeah, no one lives on the 4th floor, so, or at least it seems like it. These mailboxes are for the 3rd floor tenants. These mailboxes are for the tenants on the 2nd floor. It's the notice board for the residents. Some bits of paper are pinned on it. There's a notice pinned to the board. It says, due to the recent decision to cease leasing these apartments, tenants are required to vacate the premises by the end of the month. Looks like this is what Tony was writing on about. There's a notice pinned to the board. It says, tenants should be sure to empty their mailboxes on a regular basis. We've been ignoring that, apparently. There's a notice pinned to the board. It says, please refrain from littering. Thank you. I don't think we've been doing that, have we? Hey, let's check our mail. As expected, it's full of mail. Suppose I better take a look at some of it. Alright, it's our first puzzle of the game. Every time it does that usually means puzzle, so. Damn, I can't remember the combination. It's gotta be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh, that's the same combination I've got in my luggage. No, wait. I think I've got it written down, though. Not exactly secure, but any thief out there is welcome to my bills. Yeah. Alright, so to get the clue, we need to go to his notebook, and he has it written down on the back. 7 left, 1, or, turn it to the left to 7, turn it to the left to 7, and turn it to the right to 1. So, counterclockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise. So we have to turn it this way. So just take our little stylus or mouse. Alright, then we want to do that again. So, counterclockwise. Make sure that every note is hit, because sometimes it's a little not glitchy, but it's a little funky on this. So sometimes it won't do it properly if I'm too fast. So that's why I'm going a little slow at it, making sure every number hits. There we go. Ah, man. All over the place. Been a long time since I saw this much mail jammed in there. Yeah, to find the one from Mags. There's a brown envelope lying on the floor. Nothing special. It's just an advert for some TV shopping trash. There's a small white envelope lying on the floor. I thought so. It's meant from the credit card company. They want me to sign up for more plastic. No, thank you. There's a white envelope lying on the floor. Bad news, I expect. Oh, my phone bill. No point opening it. I rarely use the thing. There's a flyer of some sort lying on the floor. Huh, what's this? Looks like it might not be entirely useless. I stashed the flyer between the other letters. Here we are. I pick up the eviction notice from on the mail. The eviction notice reads, "My dear tenants, after much deliberation I have chosen to sell this property. The new owner plans to have the building demolished, so it is my unfortunate duty to inform you of the need to vacate at your earliest convenience. Further information will be posted on the notice board in the coming days. December 10th. According to the date, this thing arrived a week ago. Uh-oh. But was he out at the time or something? But anyway, I pick up the amount of mail and put it in my case. Alright, well, let's see. I don't think there's anything else to majorly check in here. Yeah, I can go to the basement, but there's no reason. Whoa there! My room's on the second floor. The hell would I want in the basement? Yeah, a little extra dialogue if you don't. I mean, eventually you can explore the whole area. It's just, I don't know if he... Does he say anything about going in here? Door's locked tight. Can't remember how many times I've been in this cafe. Closest I have to a local haunt. Goes without saying it's closed this late. Okay. But yeah, we're just gonna go to the room. So yeah, I might play this game a little bit more efficiently. So if there's like extra dialogue that people are aware of that want me to show off, let me know. Because most of the time I'll be going straight for the objectives. Someone's coming down the stairs. Hey, who's there? What's this guy doing with a hammer? Hey, you. What? What are you doing there? Me? What am I? I was just wandering around thinking a few things, though. Thinking? You serious? Yeah, is that a crime now? And I suppose the hammer helps you concentrate, right? You want to tell me what you're really up to? This? Oh, I use this to fix the place up. Fix the place up? That's right. I was checking the hallway and doors and making sure it's all shipshape. Alright, this is Dylan. This guy goes by the name Dylan Fitcher. He lives in a room 304. He's a plumber and general handyman. Got a glum look about him. Wouldn't make a very good clown at a kid's party. How come you get lumped with the building repairs? I don't know. Miss Patrice asked if I wouldn't mind. Miss Patrice? Yeah. She must have noticed how I got all the tools already. Got a hammer, a spanner, and everything I need to fix the plumbing. So that's why she asked you. Must be convenient to have a free handyman. I guess so. Guess I'm the only one who didn't know you took care of all this. Could be. You're the only one who's ever quizzed me about this. Yeah, well, can't be too careful. Why are you even fixing the place up anyway? It's gonna be torn down, right? Sounds like a big fat waste of time. Miss Patrice was very clear. She told me to keep the place in good order right up until the last days when the deed change hands. Interesting. Anyway, I got a rush. Dylan takes off. Odd fellow. Probably nothing really much to that, so. Alright, let's see. See what this place has to have. It's a painting of some beautiful natural scenery. Some of the slats on this bench look new, like they need to be replaced. This bench was broken for quite a while. There used to be a sign saying not to sit on it. It was only repaired pretty recently. I hadn't even noticed. I wonder if it was Dylan. There's a light fixed to the wall. Looks like it's been here for decades, but someone's taking good care of it. Yeah, it might be all Dylan then, depending on things. There's all the residence rooms, but no reason to go through most of these places right now anyway, so. There's the elevator again. I guess that's yeah. Alright, did that have it says vacant on there. Yeah, you can tell which rooms are not available. Our room is 202, by the way. I just seeing if there's anything else we can check. Nope. Okay, let's go into our room then. Like I said, we'll get a lot more time to explore later on, so. Hello, Avon calling. Knocking is no good if there's no one home. What am I doing? Waiting for me to let myself in? I'm wasting my time here. Better just head on in. There's the buzzer. Seems like no one's around to hear me buzzing. Not likely to get a reply from my own room now, am I? A big 202 is staring right back at me from the number plate. Looks like it's locked. So, yeah, you have to use an eye to go inside, so. 202, so we have our pager. Pager, I promised Rachel I'd call Red Crown right away if it rings. And then we got the key, room 202 key. The key to my apartment. Got it on a big fat key ring so I don't lose it. Just click to use, and then, yeah, click on here. Later on, the game will point it out to us. It's just for the early parts of the game. I use my key to unlock the door. Get the keys and unlock the door. Something jammed in the door catches my eye as it falls to the ground. What the? What's this? Well, it's a letter, but I pick it up and take a look. What the hell is this? No name, nothing. That's always a good sign. Looks like I got me an anonymous letter. I take the anonymous letter and enter the room. Damn, I gotta be out of this place within the month. Didn't see that one coming, did you, Kyle? Nice digs. Nicer than the hotel from the previous game. Well, I mean, that was a hotel. This is supposed to be an apartment, so. Alright. Take a look inside. I placed my suitcase on the table next to the wall. My trusty case has certainly seen its fair share of action. Feels like I've been dragging this thing around all my life. Inherited it from my old man after he died. Started putting it to good use after quitting the force and working for Ed. Since then, we've pretty much gone everywhere together. I dropped my jacket on the sofa. Alright. I should take another look at that letter. I open the envelope and unfold the note. Inside I find a typed letter reading, Item, locate the Scarlet Star which disappeared at the hotel, Cape West Hotel 25 years ago. An order? What kind of order is this? Getting an order directly from our client never happens. This has got to be some sort of joke. Yeah, we're fired, aren't we? So what's the point? I put the letter on the table. That the phone? The ringing suddenly stops. That's weird. Huh. The lamp on the answer phone is flashing. The answer phone? You know, the answer machine or whatever? Alright, let's click on the phone to answer the phone, so. There's an answer phone hooked up. Makes me feel less guilty about ignoring calls. An early version of an answer machine. The first thing I hear on the tape is a young woman's voice. Hey Kyle, it's me. Looks like you're not home yet, huh? Voice of a nightingale. That's our Rachel. You really pushed Ed off the end this time. What are you gonna do? Don't get blind drunk and do something stupid, okay? I'll call again in the morning. Damn. Looks like Ed wasn't just letting off steam this time. Beep. Looks like there's another message recorded. I hear the voice of a man I don't recognize. Kyle Hyde. Who the hell is that? I have an order for you. The request has been taken directly to your room. Beep. What did he say? The request was brought directly to my room. At least there's no doubt about where that letter came from now. I knew there was something not quite right about that letter. I better take another look. Yeah, let's examine some stuff before we do that, though. It's a telephone. I try not to spend my entire day waiting for it. There's an answer phone hooked up. Makes me feel less guilty about ignoring calls. It's an alarm clock with a flip clock style display. Gets me up every time. Let's see if everything in the closet is how I left it. Never hurts to have an umbrella handy. Don't forget to bring a towel. Oh wait, it's a piggy bank shaped like a pink rabbit. Or a pinky bank? My beloved pinky bank, there's a coin slot on the back of its head. This pink rabbit was the main character in a cartoon I watched as a kid. The piggy bank was given to me by Mila, a girl I met at Hotel Dusk. She's the girl from the last game, which happened a year ago, in game time. I guess it doesn't really go with the rest of my crap. I hope she's doing okay. I don't think there's... Yeah, I was about to say I didn't think there was anything else in here, so... I keep my towels in a neat pile. I like suits, they're comfy and easy to wear. My slacks are folded up to the bottom of the closet. Alright, nothing else there. Okay, looks like we're good on that. These cupboards are mostly empty. Huh, thanks for that. I don't think there's much in here, but I'll take a look anyway. It's my stash of sauces and seasoning. I'm out of mayonnaise, though. I don't eat enough mayonnaise. My mayonnaise always tends to go bad because I don't eat it fast enough. Plates in a mug. I should probably put these in with the others. There's a refrigerator with a built-in freezer in the kitchen area. Fancy. It's been so long since I last went grocery shopping. I don't even recall buying any lemons. They're probably bad by now. These apples may be nutritious, but I don't think they constitute a meal. Not really. They keep the doctor away, though. This jar of pickles is the only thing in my refrigerator that isn't starting to rot. I can't get enough of these when I've had a couple of beers. I'm not a fan of I just don't like pickles. I don't know why. I've tried eating pickles. I just don't like them. Just your basic wash basin. There's a mirror above the sink. The mirror I look at myself in every morning. Oh, damn, I could do with a shave. Looking pretty rough. Now you got that goatee thing going on, man. It's cool. It's hip, man. My toothpaste is here on the shelf right where I need it. That's my toothbrush and the cup I use to wash my mouth out. With a mouth like yours. The shelf in front of the mirror has my toothbrush and a cup for rinsing my mouth out. Okay, I just clicked it because you could. There's a distinctly dirty looking mug in the sink. I think it's mostly pots and pans down here. I'm glad I have these copper pots in case I need them, but who knows if I ever will. Yeah, he's not a cooker. It's not that hard to cook your own food. It's just a lot of people think they don't have enough time to do it. A good old-fashioned frying pan. I'll have mine sunny side up, please. It's a bottle of sauce. Not sure why I left it down here. This is a big pot. I could cook all kinds of things here if I wanted to, but he won't. So that's where my kettle is. Don't hide your kettle in the bottom drawer, apparently. I should sort these drawers out sometime. They're full of my disorganized crap. Doesn't really matter. You're about to be kicked out anyway. A stove with a large oven. I haven't used it in a while. I cook more often, but Sydney's hamburgers are just so tasty. Must be from the cafe downstairs. My coffee pot's on the stove. A cup of joe always wakes me up, right? There's a lot covered next to the stove. Forgot what's inside. That's not important. But it's a mystery. The extractor looks almost pristine because I never need to use it. All my dishes and cups are in this cupboard. Probably some other stuff too. I never open these cupboards. They're full of crockery that I have no real use for. I think that's it for... Yeah, okay. See if that's considered... Whoops. Didn't mean to accidentally kick out of that. Shampoo and conditioner. That's right, I condition. What of it? You want to fight? There's no water in the tub, but there's no reason why there should be. These taps could have been here for decades. There's a shower head above the bathroom. There's a curtain in front of the window. A man needs his privacy. My shower curtain is dark green. Not sure I'd ever noticed the color before. Most people don't. The toilet's a little dirty. Need more fresh bog roll too. There's a sponge next to the bucket on the floor. This is the sponge I use to clean up the bathroom. The bucket's full of water. Good thing there's not a hole in it. Hole in the bucket. Hole in the bucket. I always keep a good supply of toilet paper. I guess that's it for that. See if anything else really pops up. I've stuck some notes on the wall, important work-related business. Mostly it's just lists of what I have in stock and how much of it. I can't even read some of them anymore. The writing's all smudged. Yeah, my handwriting's pretty bad too. A wooden table, because I'm left-handed, so I was always smudge my work when I was writing. A wooden table, nothing on it but my trusty suitcase. I had this chair for many years. I don't sit on this chair all that often, but it's still gotten pretty banged up. There's a cardboard box under the table with the Red Crown logo on it. It's full of the crap Ed gave me to sell. Well, now I guess we could keep it now that we're... A doorknob set with a lock. Selling doorknobs door to door? Is this Ed's idea of a joke? A ruler set with a ruler, a protractor, and a couple of triangles. A super strength adhesive. It's quick drying and made to work on plastic and glass. Better keep it away from me. A snow globe. How festive. You shake it and it looks like snow's falling on the little house inside. Ed always says these lines sell the best. Makes sense. And you could also move stuff with a hand there if you really want to. A tin of wax. This thing will make anything shine like the sun, apparently. Yeah, so you can move stuff around, see if anything's under stuff, but... A security lock. Twice as good as any lock. Just put it on your door and see. Inspiring blurb there. Hopefully it's not master lock, because those things are the worst. Concentrated detergent. Removes any sign of dirt or stains. Why do I bleach if I have this? A tube of glue. I think this is more industrial style glue. Takes time, but works on wooden paper. Surface cleaner. Only Red Crown is cheap enough to sell surface cleaner in miniature tin like this. Yeah. A solar calculator. Stores sunlight and uses it to power the calculator. Or something. Not cheap, though. Powerful bleach. Gets rid of stubborn stains in an instant. Not to be used on colors or patterns. So it's useful on white stuff. Great. Why does it stink of strawberries? A pen that writes in invisible ink. Disappearing, reappear ink. That Acme. What a genius. So whatever you write down disappears after a while. Right now, how do you make it appear again? Yeah, exactly. A little pocket camera. It's portable and easy to use. Wish I could afford one. Why not just use the one? Because Ed fired you, right? So just take and do what you will. I guess I can't click on that. My case is lying flat on the table. Why do we have a random sock in there? A spare pair of socks. That was it looked like a single pair of socks. My spare shirt. Whoops. My spare tie. Trusty old hip flask. Pity there isn't a drop left inside. You can tell I've been using this wallet for years. A fountain pen. Can't go wrong with one of these. Much easier to write them with a ballpoint. A spare set of boxers. I left these behind last year when I was going on a side job for Ed. Wasn't pretty. Never forgotten to bring them since. Oh dear. Well, everyone's had a situation like that once in their lives, despite their best efforts. Let's check this thing. Saxophone, saxophone. There's a poster on the wall of a guy playing the sax. The guy on the poster is playing the alto sax. This guy's my favorite musician. I really admire him. Oh, nice. I'm trying to remember if he mentions liking sax in the original game. It's been a year since I played that, so this lamp looks a bit. Actually, it might have been longer than a year. The lamp looks like a bit like a street light. I think it adds to the atmosphere. Ah, the radio. I think I'll put some tunes on. See if I can get this to turn. Oh, I think I have to. Try to be a little bit. Oh. Nice. I think this is supposed to be some of the soundtrack in the game overall. Yeah, this is supposed to be the soundtrack. Looks like some of the stuff from the previous game. Okay, well, anyway. There's a chest with 3 drawers next to the left speaker. It's a Red Crown catalog. There's a screwdriver in the top drawer. There's some letters piled up at the back of the drawer. The drawer has some Lucky Cafe matchbooks in it. It's a spare key for my room. Guess it won't be much use if I ever get locked out. The speaker may be worn down at the corner, but they still sound great. There's an old lamp in the cabinet, below that my record collection. I mostly have jazz LPs and hard bop records from the 1950s. They're all pretty well known. I keep these jazz records underneath my amp. They're all pretty old and I haven't kept the sleeves in great conditions. I love every one of these records. Alright, nothing else there. At least for now, anyway. My record player's on the top of this cabinet. Yep, it's my record player. Old but reliable. There's an empty whiskey bottle on top of the chest of drawers. Inside this bottle is a load of money I've saved up. So we might have to check that out later when we want to pay our bill, our rent. These big stereo speakers were well worth the asking price. I don't think there's anything else I can check on that. Well, I had it clicked. There we go. Just a plain, simple window with a view I know well. I can see the LA streetlights from the window. The perfect backdrop for smooth jazz. I do like myself some jazz as well. Not my favorite type of music, but I like it. All right, I think we've explored everything in the room. I think. Does the bed have anything to check out? Nope. Okay. Like I said, I usually do all this checking once, and then I won't do it again. So. It's my jacket. I remember taking it off and leaving it here. Well, yeah, we just did it during the cutscene while we walked in here. This leather sofa means a lot to me. We spent many relaxing nights together. So he does even more sit on the sofa than actually sleep in his bed. This lamp is more traditional than the one over by the speakers. I framed and hung up some drawings by a street artist. They have a unique quality to them that I just don't get from professional art. Yeah, there is a certain style that, you know, stuff that you can find in the streets more interesting than some of the stuff you can get from, like, college-educated photo or whatever. The blind is half closed. There's a TV on the table. Doesn't look like much, but at least it works. Guess I'll turn it on. Sure. Oh, remember these old tube TVs? I still had these when I was a kid. Not anymore, though. An infomercial is on. Hey, kids! Can't get enough of Pinky Rabbit? Well, how about trying out his brand new game? Pinky Rabbit Land is in stores now. Oh, it's one of these things. Oh, God. These things are terrible. It's like basically their version of Mr. Game & Watch. Actually, the Game & Watches weren't bad. It was the Tiger Electronic Games systems that were bad. Does anyone remember those? Holy crap. Those things were cheap. Actually, I think you can still find them to this day, but they were cheap games that took like 5 seconds to beat, and they were just time wasters and a waste of money. Game about Pinky Rabbit. I've got a theory about more aimed at this is more aimed at nostalgic adults. Yeah, they already hit the market on that. It's all about nostalgia, so. The news is on. And now for tomorrow's weather. Cold followed by more cold. Looks like LA's finally gonna learn what winter is. Yeah. I don't think you can actually click on the thing, so. None of that can be interacted with, so. An infomercial's on. Rich, sweet, dripping with flavor, maple butter. Sorry, sickeningly sweet things like that aren't really my cup of joe. I used to like sickening sweet stuff, but when you get older, that stuff you kind of lose out of flavor with that type of stuff. I think that's it. Oh, one more. There's an old TV show on. It's a story about two old flames reuniting. It was quite the hot topic when it first aired 15 years ago. Why is it still on? Well, it's a movie, right? Okay, well, anyway. That was interesting. One of these days, I'll get out of the habit of leaving my empty beer cans lying around. Not today, though. I should really clear away these empty booze bottles. My coffee table's covered in crap. I guess you can't click on the bed, so. Okay, let's start the letter. I reread the letter I found jammed in the door. Locate the Scarlet Star, which disappeared at Hotel Cape West 25 years ago. So first I need to find out what the Scarlet Star is. Actually, come to think of it, is this even a genuine order? Or genuine, whatever. Well, one thing's for sure, this was a hotel 13 years ago. Why is something from that long ago appearing as on an order? Moreover, what the hell is a Scarlet Star? (11 p.m.) Perhaps it's a jewel? As the night drags on, my fatigue drags me to my bed. Not exactly a sound night's rest. Can't recall how many times I woke up. Just can't seem to fall into one of those deep slumbers. 4 years ago, after quitting the force and leaving Manhattan, I ended up working for Ed. He knew all about my past, but still gave me work. Ed introduced me to the world of locating things that didn't want to be found. This special service isn't publicized, but it's proved to be quite a flourishing business. But now Ed's canned me, it's all come to an end. Then this. Why'd such a bizarre order make its way directly to me? These kinds of things normally go through Ed first. Does that mean that his little side business isn't as secret as he thinks? And if that's the case, it doesn't explain why I've been roped into this. And I realize I'm not going to get to sleep and stop trying. I slip out of bed and head to the window and open the blinds. As I lean on the glass, I take on in the view that stretches out before me. I should be looking right at the old LA night I know so well, but tonight, something feels slightly different. As I idly stare through the glass at what's beyond, my mind wanders back to the day's events. So like the previous game, every time you end a day, you get a recourse of what you just went through just to kind of remind you of what you did, and hopefully you've been paying attention. It's December 18th, 1980. Ed gave me my marching orders and I dragged myself home. There was something waiting in the lobby when I got there. Right, that's when I ran into, Tony, Dylan, or Betty. It's Tony. Right. I met Tony right after I got in the door. He was the one who dropped the bombshell about these apartments closing. After Tony, I went our separate ways. I got into a conversation with Max. Curiosity got the better of me and asked why she decided to sell the place. The reason she gave me that, well, she had her own reasons. Yeah, that's right. Max is feeling the strain of running this place alone and decided to sell. She also mentioned another reason for selling, but wouldn't elaborate. After that, I checked my mailbox as agreed and went up to my room. I opened the door just like any other night and went inside. There was a couple of messages waiting for me on my answer phone. The second one caught my attention. It was from a guy I didn't recognize. Exactly. The voice I heard wasn't one I recognized. He told me that he'd left me an order to locate something for him. I normally get this kind of thing from Ed, but this time it came directly to me. It didn't exactly instill the most positive of feelings inside me. December 18th, 1980. I waited in my apartment, mulling over what my next step was, but I had an uneasy feeling and couldn't seem to shake it. At that point, I didn't have any clue about the bigger picture. The Scarlet Star sunk the lost at Hotel Cape West some 25 years ago. Why did that order sheet come directly to me, and how does this all connect to the past? I'm worried this search might set me on a path to something I might not want to know. Yeah, now we can read chapters from the book if we need to recall ourselves from our notepad and stuff like that, or our inventory. And that's the end of the day. So every time there's a day, you automatically get a free save and a recourse on what everything's going on there. So, all right, well, that's the end of chapter 1. So now Kyle Hyde's back from his job being lost, but it looks like his work isn't done yet. What awaits us on chapter 2 of The Last Window? Find out next time in the next episode of The Last Window. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.